Hey, scrapbook friends, it's Nicole, and I'm here with week 14 of Theme Park Thursday. And this is an interesting layout for me because I started with one photo. I don't really like to do a single photo layout anymore. And that's part of the reason why this is probably going to be 3 volumes. Let's hope it's not 4-volume Disneyland scrapbook. But then I just had a folder full of scraps. And so all of these papers, except for not all of these papers were already cut. I didn't cut any, except the mat for the photo. And I'm so proud of myself for using up my scraps. And I don't know why my camera is shaking so much today. I need to fix that. So sorry, I'm sorry that it's shaking. But I'm so pleased with how it turned out. I love the colors. I love this kind of, it's breakfast chimichanga. Like, is that something worth scrapbooking? But it's a picture of all of us together, and this was a big goal for our trip to go and to eat one of these yummy breakfast chimichangas that sells out quick at Disneyland. So stay tuned to see kind of how it came together and how it just worked out with the scraps that I already had cut. I have no idea. I think this was a Starburst page from a long time ago. So I have no idea what all these pieces were cut from, but I'm so glad that I didn't throw away all my scraps. All right, so here's my one photo, 2 of it, 2 copies of it. I have one photo that can go right here on the facing page. You know, the last layout we did was the bubbles, and then I have this one where we stopped for breakfast. I hate to put one picture on a page. I really do. And I feel like I have a picture of my husband in Adventureland or Frontierland, wherever this was, standing by the shooting gallery. But I can't find it. It's not sorted chronologically in my bin, so I have no idea where it is. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do a single page layout, even if it kills me. This is a little breakfast chimichanga thing. I know, sorry, you Disneyland fans who remember the names of stuff. I'll look it up before I do my journaling. But like, this is the big popular thing, and you got to make a beeline for the little cart. It's over there by Big Thunder Mountain to get one first thing in the morning. Otherwise, they sell out of them. So that's what we did. We made a beeline for these little chimichangas, and they were delicious. And, Aubrey was living in Southern California, and so she had gone to Disney several times. Katie had flown out and, visited her a few times. And so they were kind of our tour guides this time. Usually I'm the one that's telling everyone where to go and what to do next. And this time I didn't have to. They did that for me. So I think I have no idea what, like, food. It's a chimichanga. We don't have any. We have a paper that was food truck fun, but I don't feel like that. It's very colorful and red, and I don't feel like I want to use that. And I'm actually thinking, a long time ago we had a paper pack called Daily Docket, like in 2016 or 2017, and it had kind of a little westerny paper in it. I wonder if I could do something with that. That's one of those that I ended up with several packs of it, and I really would like to use all of it and get my folder back. So let me see if I can find it. All right, it's actually right here in my bin of most used papers. I think because I'm trying to use it, but I really do like all these papers that are just kind of westerny. I don't even know how to describe them, but they feel like, Navajo blankets and the Wild West and Aunt May's Saloon or whatever. I do love the polka dots. It'd be nice to use some of these little scraps that I already have cut up. Maybe that would inspire me to just use some scraps. And I have a lot of little scraps, don't I? I have no idea what I did with some of these. Maybe you guys remember some of the things I've done with them. Oh, I like this one too. It's funny because, I always end up with the papers that are my favorites and then the papers that are not so much my favorite. It's kind of cool with the circles already punched out of it. I don't want to lose my photo though. I like this yellow a lot. It's definitely the same color yellow as the D on Aubrey's Disneyland and Katie's, but you can't see Katie's as well. All right, I'm going to put these away. Oh, I guess I need a base page, don't I? Well, I could use this yellow as my base page. The facing page is going to be that blue balloons. Kind of like that. So I do have a Pinterest board, you know, of stuff that I've saved that's like single page, single photo scrapbooking layouts that I could pull up if I was stuck, but I don't feel like I'm stuck yet. I feel like I kind of have a plan. So this looks like little dandelions. It is directional, so it's kind of got to go that way. The last page had the 1-inch frame, so I don't really want to do that. I kind of like this with I've already got those little circles cut out of it. So is that cheating if I use stuff that's left over from projects from who knows how long ago? I don't actually think I like the half circles, but I might not hate it if I cut just the triangles off. Have this piece. I have several pieces of this that are cut. These two are shorter. Somehow these match. Oh, maybe they just match so far across that they don't really match. I think I'm going to want to mat this in something just to make it bigger than just one little 4x5 point something. So maybe I mat it in this yellow and use something else for my background, like a solid, because this is a lot of patterns. What if I did it on gray cardstock? I don't know. I don't think I want to put that on gray. I have no idea which official color this is. I think it might just be the light gray. I like these two little strips. Y'all, I'm still not quite back into the scrapbooking groove. I've had some projects. I got my theme park Thursday, or sorry, I got my Savvy Scrapbookers layout done, the shortest Savvy Scrapbookers layout I've ever done, which must mean something. Okay, I kind of like that. Anyway, I got my Savvy Scrapbooker stuff done, but I have my Croptoberfest this weekend and next weekend. I start tonight, Thursday. We start at 5. I do 5 to 9 Thursday, and then 10 to 8 Friday, Saturday. And then I do it all again next week because I can't fit enough people at my studio. And what was I thinking? Well, I wasn't thinking my son was going to have a brain tumor. That was poor planning on his part to have that brain tumor. Okay, this is interesting because now this one goes another direction. I don't know how I feel about that. It would be kind of nice just to use these papers that are already cut. I don't love that. So I'd love to know what you do with your scraps. I mean, surely I'm not the only person that has pockets full of scraps like this. These are usually, like, I would not usually save these. Here's a piece of a picture. I have no idea what picture that is. Usually if it's smaller, like something like this, why did I save these? But now that I did save them and they're all sitting here, it's like, oh, I might as well use them. But my usual philosophy is I'll keep it if it's a 12-inch strip or if it's big enough to mat a photo. So usually all of these would not make the cut. All of these pieces, except maybe that polka dot one that I like. All of these I would not have saved ordinarily. So I have no idea why I saved them. But I'm kind of glad I did, because it's given me some creative spark, you know, a jumping off point. And this piece of brown shimmer, which really shouldn't have been put in here, but it is. So I like the circles, except I don't like them on top of this brown. And I definitely like the yellow. But I can't be up that high because it's too, it's a single photo. No on the flower. Got this piece down here. It's killing me not to be able to match these patterns. Oh well. Kind of like that. Or this. I kind of like this on here. Even if it doesn't go all the way. Maybe it goes underneath. All right, I think I need to cut this and have it be the right size, because having this giant piece of yellow paper is hard for me. I'm going to give it a nice, generous matte. I might even double matte this one, because what the heck. Five's maybe a little bit bigger than I want. Just kind of trying to eyeball it. Look, doesn't quite look centered. It looks a little bit top heavy. So whenever I have a mat that if I don't center it exactly, I like to, if it's going to be wider at one side, I like to have it be wider on the bottom. I don't know about these circles. I kind of like them, and I like the little feathers, but I don't know. Here's the brown since it's here. All right, that's kind of fun. But maybe I don't want the full one. Maybe I want the short one. I like this one because it's got the little knot hole in it. So usually I don't like to use too many patterns on one page. You know, you sometimes with the Creative Memories pack, they all coordinate and you can use a lot of patterns, but it gets, it makes visual noise, and I don't love that. Like seriously, that goes right. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. Did that, and it needs something else. I don't know about this gray as a background paper. It's too boring. What about this as a background paper? Would that be too much? Maybe, but maybe if I inked around the edges, I kind of like this as a background paper. I like that it's got all the colors in it. I have a whole piece of it. All right, let's try this. Oh, I don't know. It might be too much. I mean, I definitely think I need the brown shimmer. And I might need to add more brown shimmer or more solids. I don't, it's too much with the, you know what though? What if we did it as a frame? I hate to do another frame when I just did a frame. But I have to cut this, trim this guy down and that guy down. I like it as a frame. You know, I noticed I did this with the last Theme Park Thursday series. I don't hate that. Is that I end up doing lots and lots of frames on most of my pages, and I don't usually do that. I say I don't usually do it, but maybe I do usually do it. Maybe this needs to be blue. Oh, the facing page is blue. So maybe if I use navy or if I use blue, maybe that will tie it together. All right, where's the blue? So here's a piece of blue. Oh, I like it with the blue. Maybe not even with the frame. Maybe just the blue. I like this overlapping. Oh, what if I did it like this? What do you think? It's not the right one. There's that same. Nope, that's not the same. That goes right here. I don't like these overlapping each other. Oh, that's where I like that, right like that. I'm not hating this. I feel like it needs maybe a little something else. What's the back of that? The green, this one. I have no idea how I end up with these. You know, I must have done a chevron or starburst page or something. This is navy and this is blue. I don't know. I mean, there is blue in this. I need something else. The wood. If I do it this way, it kind of gives the illusion of it being a frame. I feel like it's one too many patterns, and if I did the leaves, not the leaves, the feathers. Ha! kind of like that. I almost feel like I need something. Here's that same paper. I keep going back to it. Ooh, how about that? This is not the same angle. That will drive me bananas. This one. Oh, this is the same angle. Yeah, see that? But that one's the same angle. It's the same paper I already used. Even that little bottom edge out. What do you think? I kind of like it. I mean, I just need to journal something about how we stopped for this chimichanga thing, which I'll have to again ask my daughters about before I can do that. I think I'm going to go with this. Is it my favorite layout I've ever done? No. Is this a crazy busy week for me? Yes. And I like the papers. I don't hate it. And you guys know that a lot of times that's the bar for me. If I don't hate it, I think the blue will go well with the previous facing pages blue. Put a little bit of repo right on the tip of this guy so that it sticks down. Actually, I'll do that right here. I still like the regular adhesive more than the repo. Okay. Well, what do we think? What do we think? I'm kind of liking it. Actually, I know that there are some advisors out there that do specific, like use your scraps layout. And it's I think it's a fun kind of creative challenge to, let that little knot hole at the top, to, to challenge yourself to use a product that, stuff that's already cut, stuff that's just kind of floating around in your scrap bin, and just play with it and just kind of see what you can come up with. Because this layout just kind of happened organically from this right here. I think this is a 1 inch, so I can't quite give it 1 inch. I just want to make sure that is straight. That looks pretty straight. Not straight right there, so I'll just line up with that line. I'm kind of excited. I'm really liking that I used my scraps and didn't have to cut anything except the photo mat, I guess. Just want to make sure they're straight. That looks pretty straight. Well, if you don't like this layout, please don't tell me, because I am pleased with it. I like the way it I like the way it came together. I don't know if I want that centered or if I want it to kind of more up high. I think I kind of want it to be more up high. Maybe I want to center it on this brown piece. Those yellow ones right there. Not quite centered. I wonder if I used to have a bunch of these that I cut out of this. Should I put the little green one? I didn't use the green one anywhere else, so I think no. That's all I kind of do like that green, even though I didn't use the green anywhere else. Kind of gets lost, though. I don't know that it's necessary. I'm going to do it anyway. We can use this half circle scrap. All right, everything's stuck down. I like it. It needs something, some title. Daily Docket didn't have stickers. It had embellishments. Where on earth would they be? They're not packaged in the folder. I think I at one point was using like the little plastic, kind of like these. I bought like a thing from Michael's that had a whole bunch of little compartments, and I put all my embellishments in them. I wonder if I can find that. It's got to be on a shelf somewhere. Let me see what I can find. Okay, well, if those are still in my house somewhere, I have no idea where they are. So maybe we just do some, I think it's enough, actually. I mean, maybe that's the problem is, you know, you guys know I like to do more. I don't have to use every single scrap. And I really am hoping for some titles, but maybe I just journal. Last time I hand wrote, remember? Breakfast break. But first breakfast. Do I need to do some inking? I don't think I do. But I do need to clear off this clutter. So let me take a break, and I'm going to look up what this was. I'm going to talk to my daughters. I'm going to let this percolate in my brain for a little while, and I kind of want to do something maybe with the shimmer pen. I don't know. I want to do something. It needs something else. But yeah, let me find out the details. I'm going to turn off the light for you. Figure out the details of what we were doing here for this, and I'll be back. Okay, I talked to my daughters and just found out that these are just called like breakfast chimichangas, and they're at a little booth in Frontierland, but they often sell out very early in the morning, and they're just delicious, and they're like scrambled eggs, and I don't remember. I looked it up, and now I don't remember. So I think I'm just gonna handwrite a title. I'm just gonna write breakfast chimichangas, and usually I would do that off camera, but I figure I'll just let you guys watch my process. And I'm gonna use my gold the fine tip side. This is the dot tip, but they're both the same. They're not super fine, but that's what I got. So I think I'm going to just use that. I'm just going to write. So I've just kind of written it with pencil just to kind of give me an idea of how it's going to fit, which it is. And then let's see, turn on another light, see if I can get a little glare, because I wrote with pencil on dark paper. It shows up actually better on camera than it does to my eyes. Let's see. Find a tiny little piece of paper. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. All right, and so then once I've written it, I want to kind of like thicken out some of the lines and kind of make it more, a little more fancy. Actually, I don't know that I love that thickened. I think I maybe liked it better. Kind of even out the lines. I don't love how that E turned out. I should have left it. But you know what I'm going to say is that if I still hate this in a year, or when I redo when we get to the end and I do the whole album flip through, I will I'll redo it then. But I'm just going to journal real quick. I think I'm going to use a white pen. I wish I had, you know, maybe I do have like a metallic gold gel pen. It's not from Creative Memories, so it would be in a different place in my stash. Let me see if I can find one that that will write just in gold right there. It looks all right. I don't love it, but let me see if I can find a gold pen. Okay, I found this one. I might have some others. Tech Writer. We're gonna see how it does. I think I'm just gonna, I don't think I'm gonna write in cursive. Actually, the more I look at this, the more it's annoying me. So maybe I'll have to fiddle with it a little bit more, but I'm afraid the more I write, just the more I'm gonna hate it. So I'm just gonna leave it, and then I'll journal. And I think I might just do a little bit of a gold dashed line around these blue edges. I can't decide which pen. We'll see how this one works. I think I would rather do it with the fine tip, and then I think I'll be done. I'm actually going to kind of test this pen out on a piece of white paper. Yeah, that's okay. That's writing okay. I think it'll be fine. So apparently that's not fine, because look how terrible that is. It just didn't, like, it looks like it's almost run out. I can't even tell where the ink is. It looks like it's right there. It just didn't write very well. So I found this one. This is a Pentel. Problem is they're all old. I haven't used any of these pens in a long time. So see, there's a little bit of ink, and then when I get going, why is it so hard just to have a good pen? I just want a good gel pen. And I feel like I buy gel pens all the time. It's like, I don't want to have to shake every letter that I write. That's going to be tedious, but maybe that's what I have to do. So back I go to rewrite this. Okay, I got 3 letters in and I'm like, to heck with that. I'm not doing it. I'm going to find this little paper and we're going to journal in blue on this. I got that blue, but I think I want navy. All right. I don't have navy. I don't know where my navy is. I'm just going to journal on this and then we're going to stick that over the top. Okay, I decided this wasn't going to be big enough. And so then I tried another piece and that's not going to be big enough. So I got this big giant piece, which is going to be too big. I'm going to see if I can get a piece that's big enough to do the journaling I want to do. We'll do it like that. All right, we'll try again. Okay, I ended up getting yet another piece of paper. Thankfully, I found one more piece buried in all those little scraps. Remember I said I throw scraps away when they get small? I'm so glad I didn't. So now I'm going to just stick this guy down. I'm going to play around a little bit with positioning. I don't want to cover up that little knot hole. So I think I'm going to do it kind of like this. I have to cover up where I messed up on the paper. Make sure that this is straight here and straight there. I'm not loving that, but because I did this, I'm going to just take my little pen and just do a little dot. I was going to do a dash, but I think a dot will be easier to control. All right, I just did a little dot just to kind of finish that up, and I like it. It's a kind of different layout for me because I just started with scraps. But we all have scraps, right? So how great that I was able to, make that work and use all these little random pieces. Well, not all of them, but many of them. I am a little disappointed in my 2 gold gel pens, and I don't know if they were newer, if they would work better. I've had good luck with these Pentel brand pens in the past. I feel like Creative Memories used to have, they called it Precious Elements, and that gold pen worked so well. And I know that Creative Memories doesn't manufacture their own pens, so there's some other gel pen company. I wonder if it's Jelly Roll. Maybe I need to look online and see if I can find a gold metallic Jelly Roll. If you know of a good brand of gold metallic fine tip journaling pen, I'd love to hear about it because I really would have liked to do this. Except I messed up so many times. I couldn't fit chimichangas on this line. I just realized this was going to be too small. Same with this one. So I was kind of glad to do it on a journal box because that way I could, take all the space I need. All right. So week 14, Theme Park Thursday, Series 2. Don't love the title, but until I figure out what I'm doing with titles, I don't want to just leave it and wait. And so maybe I need to go back to like the map page and just handwrite. Maybe that could be my challenge for this album, to handwrite my titles. Oh, that's a little scary. But there's nothing wrong with that. I was thinking as I was doing this little dot border, that's definitely something we used to do back in the day. When I was a new scrapbooker, I did tons of pen art and I liked it. And I think that as we've gotten more technology, we've gotten die cutters and, electronic cutters and Sizzix and whatever, that somehow for me, I feel like I can't just handwrite. I know I did a few in the series 1, but maybe I need to set a goal to stop being afraid of my handwriting. I'm not afraid of my handwriting. I just don't think to do it. So week 14, my Croptoberfest starts today. I actually do 2 sessions of Croptoberfest, so I'm doing this one under the wire. Usually I try to get this done, at least by, Wednesday to wrap it up and get it edited. And I'm just kind of doing this at the very last minute for you, but I should be fine. But next week I have session 2. My venue can only fit 24. And so rather than pay to rent a venue when I already pay to rent a venue, I just do 2 sessions, but that means that I have kind of a wild and crazy couple of weeks. But thankfully this was a pretty quick layout, and I love that I use scraps. I really do like this paper, this Daily Docket, and I've got a lot of it, so it's a good thing. So we may see it again if we have some more Adventureland pages. But for now, layout 14, and I will be back with you next week for another edition of Theme Park Thursday. Until then, happy scrapbooking.